सजनों तोड़ो कदे मुख पड़ता ये नी आइए जे यारियां फिर लाके तोड़ने भाइये नी.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're tuned in to 0 to 100 podcast, the number one podcast. Joe here with Bear, that's Bear, and
H,
the dynamic duo. Welcome to another episode of Waffle Wednesday. In this episode, me and H are going to be talking about this tier 4, right? Where we were when tier 4 happened, what we were doing in the exact moment of tier 4 kicking off, and these new rules about Christmas. So, roll the intro music. Tier 4. Let me ask you a question, bro. Tier 4 kicked in.
yeah.
This has to be kind of like, this is the biggest thing. No other country, not county, no city has been in tier 4 yet.
It's a new thing.
This is a new phase.
But it's only hit the London areas.
London and
I
South
think
East.
it's where, is it not the most densely populated areas? Obviously, London being the capital and having like all the northern areas,
Yeah.
they're only in tier 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally, I just want to know, as soon as you heard about tier 4, where were you? And how did you kind of process it in your mind? Like,
So I was at work
yeah.
and I thought, tier 4, London. At work, finished work, heard about it,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh, it's just London, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I read it as London and Southeast London.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdly, I don't know why. I was like, oh yeah, we're not in tier 4. We're tier 3. We're tier.
That's what
I thought we were tier 2, high alert, right? Now my sister says no, we're in tier 4. I said, since when? She says from Sunday. We are in tier 4. Like, and I'm like, nah. Then I'm looking at Sir Taj's TikTok,
Oh, I see that too.
and he's turned around and said, it's tier 4. Everyone's shut down, locked down, and we gotta go around and shut all the shops. I'm thinking, right, like that, like no 5-minute wait,
Yeah.
just everything shutting down. Like it is lockdown, gone.
Literally
I
out
was
of
like,
nowhere.
no, this is a joke. Because now I'm thinking, what do we do now? Like, how do we do a podcast? Like, what sort? Like, do you remember the first ever day we had lockdown? And it was the most surreal moment ever. Like, ghost town. Everyone was like, yo, what is a lockdown? Everyone's seen movies. You've all been through the movies. We've seen the movies. And I kind of thought, like, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at it thinking, is it going to be like that again? Because I'm here. And it's people still out and about.
Yeah.
There's no like, oh yeah, we're gonna have police at your door. It's nothing like London. Did your mum just post it down for your door?
No. I'm trying to yank it out.
Oh, okay. This is mad. Yo, Ma, we're recording. See, we need to get the disturbance. Yeah, that's where I was. And you asked me like, what do I think of it? I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what tier 4 is.
Basically, let me just quickly go.
Yeah, but no, before you go into what it is, yeah, where were you? And what did you think at that time?
Well, I was basically on toilet. I'm not gonna lie.
No surprise.
Yeah.
You could have said you were in the bath. Playing with
I
the
wasn't
duck.
in the toilet. I was on the toilet.
Okay.
It'd be weird if I was in the toilet. And I think I'm too.
It's like
big.
the last episode we done. You turned and said you pissed on a urinal. It was like, what did that urinal ever do to you that you had to piss on it? Do you know what I mean? Like now you're talking about you
So
in the toilet.
that is normal, though, isn't it? Obviously, to be on your phone and just scroll through.
It's natural.
Yeah,
It's a conversation we'll have in the next episode.
Yeah.
You know,
But
what
so
do
I'm
you take
sitting on
into
the
the
toilet,
bathroom?
yeah, dropping the kids off to the swimming pool, as they say.
I think everyone knows you're on the toilet.
Yeah,
That is it.
that's all I gotta say.
That's all you have
Just
to
keep
say.
it simple.
Keep it simple and clean.
So, like, obviously, I'm scrolling through social media and
I was
whatnot.
going to say something else there.
Scrolling through what?
I was going to say something else. Carry on. Anyways, yeah, you were.
Man's trying to beat me out.
No one's trying to bait you out, man. Come
I'm
on.
joking, I don't even know what I'm on about. But anyway, so I'm on there scrolling through. Next thing you know, I'm seeing a few people posting about tier 4. I'm just it's probably some bollocks. Then I click onto like Boxhole, The Mirror, The Sun. It's been announced 32 minutes ago or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just, do you know how you just get a lot of news, but some of it's just
Yeah.
like fake news. I'm like, it's probably fake news. Then I just start to see more people posting about it. I'm like, what? Like, this just came out of nowhere, like random. No, like
No warning.
pre-alert. This is gonna happen. Like,
They just woke up one morning and said, "That's it. We're putting it on
fuck
tier
it.
4."
Fuck it. And then I was like, I don't know how to react to this. Like, I thought tier 3 was the max level.
Yeah, it's like
I
DEF
didn't
CON
even know. Like,
3.
these men are just ultra flipping. What do you call it? Evolve. Like, I don't know. You know how you have Charizard and you go into the. What's the next one after Charizard?
That Charizard is the one.
Oh yeah, you go from Charmeleon to Charizard.
No, you go from like the small little geeky thing to that weird little ugly thing, and then become Charizard. Anyways, that's not the point, man.
Anyway,
Fuck Pokemon.
Pokemon's sick.
I was never. We'll talk about that next.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
Next
another
episode,
time,
I don't
so
care.
keep
I'll
going
fight
off
you.
tangent.
I'll fight you right now.
Well, I've got Charizard shiny. Yeah,
I've got Beyblade. Spark
That's
him
a
up.
whole different game.
Spark you up.
So anyway, I'm thinking, what the heck is tier 4? So the first thing in my mind is thinking like,
What is tier 4, bro?
What is tier 4? Let me quickly, for those who don't know, yeah. Tier 4 lockdown rules. Travel ban enforced by law. Yeah. So my dad was getting guessed the other day like, man, Pakistan or something. I'm gonna go Pakistan for those people.
Yeah,
that know,
yeah.
He was talking like, yeah, I'm gonna go for 4 weeks. Then the next couple of hours later, do you know what, I'm actually gonna go for 5 weeks? And he's gassed himself up. And next one is, do you know what, I'm gonna go for 6 weeks. And then 2 hours later, I'm like, Daddy, you going on holiday? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, mate.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. I showed him that. He's like, what are you talking about? He had to quickly like try and cancel the ticket and all that. And then, so the next law is also no Christmas bubbles. Like, what's that?
So that means like you can only stick to your own bubble. So your household is the bubble. You can't have
that's
anyone else come into your bubble.
Well, which means no popping bubbles on Christmas either.
Just nothing. Like you can't have.
No champagne bubbles.
It's
either.
basically back to square one.
Even worse than square one because we never had tier 4. It's even tighter.
Yeah, this is mad.
This is
Why else they got on there?
Mate, there's a good list. Only allowed out for exercise or travel for education, emergency, and childcare.
Okay.
So that one we've already had, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
No entry to or exit from tier 4. Oh, that's mad. We can't even travel out to a tier 3 place. Everyone in tier 4's got to stay put. That's mad. I've got a wedding to go to. I'm not going to go to it.
And I've not left my house.
Because you live here. That crunch. Why the crunch? Listen, but I can hear it. It's so crisp. Pun intended. Alright, so the next one, yeah. No overnight stays outside a home. No overnight stays outside home.
So you can't sleep
No
over.
sleepover, but we're not kids anyway.
Well, yeah. So much room for activities.
Who can have a sleepover, man?
Yeah. What else they got?
Non-essential shops and hairdressers closed. It's mad. So obviously no gyms, no nothing. Back to that one again, where everyone had uproar about no gyms, like, because they're gonna say that's a non-essential, aren't they? Remember how it was in tier 3? So now that it's tier 4, they're not gonna leave room. One person can meet one other person outside. Bro, this
Yeah, but doesn't that contradict the one person can meet one other person outside, but doesn't that contradict the no Christmas bubble and no overnight stays outside the home?
You're right. You know what? This is fucked. This whole rule is fucked.
What's the last one?
Like, bro, Boris is a fucking knob jockey.
Yeah, we know that.
International travel banned unless for work. Bro,
There goes Turkey. I was trying to trip to Turkey.
there goes both turkeys. Christmas turkey and turkey. Oh shit. Whoa. I don't even know, as usual, yeah, Boris is calling shots again, yeah. Like 3 days before, he's like, and everybody can enjoy the Christmas, Merry Christmas, turkey for everyone, bubbles and all that, yeah. 3 days later, You can't meet each other, but you can meet each other. But you can't meet each other, but if you wanted, you can. Like, the guy's a fucking dick.
You know what it is, yeah?
He's the guy's indecisive, man.
They don't know what they're doing either.
I'm confused. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to process this, really.
Imagine you're doing Christmas shopping and now you can't do it. So, like, on a level,
Yeah.
Tier 4's kicked in, yeah? Everyone's still unsure what Tier 4 really means. Is it just Tier 3, but they made a Tier 4 so it just sounds more like, oh, yeah.
No, because now you can actually get arrested for being outside, so it's kind of like, in that aspect, I think they've actually put some laws into place where the police can do a bit more. Whilst before they couldn't arrest you, but they could fine you and do other things, but now physically being able to be like, get in the back of the van or whatever.
That's mad.
That's a bit of a, do you know what I mean? It's kind of a big transition.
It's a big jump.
It's a big jump, unexpected jump, and they've not given people enough time to adapt to it, kind of process it, and
Think about business-wise, yeah. Business-wise, no one's adapted to Tier 4. You can't adapt anything to Tier 4.
especially in the
Hairdressers are
especially
gone.
in the time they've given us.
People who got their own businesses, sole traders,
Small businesses, I feel bad for.
like Omar.
Yeah,
What's he gonna do for a living?
yeah, exactly,
And how long does Tier 4 last for?
exactly.
I don't know what they said. Did they say it's gonna be like until the end of Christmas? What about the Boxing Day?
I don't even believe what they
Yeah,
got.
but what about the
changing
Boxing
the-
Day sales, and what about businesses?
Well,
and,
you could think in it that
like,
online,
on a level.
online's going to be booming.
Yeah, but
Everyone's going to be doing online sales.
okay, how do you get your stuff?
Someone posts it to your door.
They're gonna what? So deliveries are still on.
I'm assuming so.
That's essential.
But if you can't physically go out to the door, then you're going to have to get shit delivered.
Well, do you get my point?
Everything's kind of like cloudy. It's not written clearly. It's just all.
It's like, come now, we got Christmas kicking off, right? We got what? How many more days left of Christmas?
What's the date today?
It's the 20.
It's the 20th.
It's the 20th today.
5 days.
We got-
Is it 5? It's on 25th, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Friday will be Christmas, yeah. Those who are trying to do Christmas shopping can't.
Of course you can't.
If you were, imagine this is your first ever Christmas. Mad lockdown, first ever Christmas on a lockdown.
Yeah.
That's peak. Families can't meet up. You can't see your
But
grandparents.
then again, before when it was tier 3, like, you got to think, what is it, like 10,000 religions? I think I searched up the other day. Obviously, you got your main ones, but altogether, like, there's an estimation. And before, let's just say, nobody else got to celebrate their thing. So
yeah, but what I'm trying to say is in this country, this isn't like.
this is a Christian
yeah.
country.
So for bro,
Yeah.
come on.
Of course.
As two Muslims sitting down here, yeah, don't you
Yeah.
think for a second if Christmas was like a get out of jail free card where you can go along and meet everyone, would you not turn around and say, "Yo, I'm down"?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Everyone would just take advantage of it and utilize it to the most. It's freedom, at. But obviously, it's like everything right now is being on a fishing rod. We're out there and they're just reeling it in closer and closer. They're getting used to it. As soon as we think we got freedom, motherfuckers, bro starts pulling it back in.
it's like I emotionally, I don't know what people are thinking.
I think everyone's all over the place. Like, some people I've talked to
Yeah, go on. Tell me.
couldn't give a fuck. And there's other individuals who we talked to. Even today when we met up with Jay, other Jay, not a Pump and Iron one, we talked to, and he's talking about how he can't literally leave the house because his grandparents, and obviously they're not in the best of health, and he can't afford to take that risk, as well as missing out on a lot of money this week, and he's gonna have to look at an alternative place to live, just so he can earn a living, and that's crazy. And there's some people so relaxed about it, I don't know. I mean, how do you think it's gonna affect you? Because you do a lot of private plumbing work, so and obviously your dad's shop as well.
At the moment, everything has been played by ear.
I mean, has your dad had to shut his shop down, or?
Nah, ours is still open. It's
Because they've got essential food Good. Okay. Yeah.
You know, like meat. Everyone needs meat, and
Okay, and because you're like on site, like plumbing, all that. That's an essential.
I think it's still essential, but it always depends on the customer.
Oh, okay. They're gonna be a bit iffy, and you know.
I know next week I've got some stuff lined up for myself, but
Yeah.
you know what it is? It's got to a point where, like, I don't know. I think everyone's gonna just be fed up.
Pretty much.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's not even that the fact that the rules are there. It's just the indecisiveness, the no clarity. Like, if you let us know in our head, give us some time, we can adapt to rules. The fact that 1 minute you're turning left, 1 minute you're right, then you're saying going up, down, you're messing with people's lives and people's routines. And we have routine well, right? But right now you're checking us left, right, up, down. No one knows how to adapt to it. And that's the thing. That's playing with people's emotions, people's lives. That also it has major like implications and ramifications.
yeah, financially, mentally, physically. It's
yeah, of course.
It's a
We need stability, and that's the one thing we haven't got. Not knowing what's going to happen the next day.
This is a bit like, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of this Netflix drama.
What's
It's
that?
called The Crown,
The Crown.
and it's about obviously the Queen, and you know about the whole the ramifications of for the fact that at that time she was more interested with horses and all that, and at this other time the prime minister that was elected then had to drop the currency of the pound,
Okay.
and England was in turmoil.
How long ago was this?
It's on Netflix. It's a really good show. It's just called The Crown. And I was watching that, and it just reminded me of like
Was it like 5 years ago? 10
no.
years
This is like let me find out. I'll find out, and then I'll tell you. And it was just a case of like, it just reminds me of like this prime minister was just taking L's on top of L's on top of L's, and all he could do was just
Who was our prime minister back then?
back
It wasn't
then.
Gordon. It wasn't Tony Blair.
No, this one is. So if I search The Crown on Netflix, it is set.
Dun.
Hold on. Right, let's go to Wikipedia. So basically, this is set in 1947.
Oh, 90, bro, that's way back. That's like gas mark talk.
This is like when she first came
Oh,
into
no,
reign.
Master. I said Mac.
Yeah, this is set like where the prime minister is Harold Macmillan.
Never heard
And
of
this
it.
is like when the Queen and her husband, I think was it Philip, they were like young.
Yeah, of course.
Like
you'd assume so.
she's just stepped into being a monarch,
Okay.
and the mums sat back, but at that time,
was that when Diana was good old live and kicking, or was she probably not even born?
I don't think Diana was born then.
Probably not.
No, this was probably like they were kids, or not even kids. They were young.
Oh yeah, so if Queen was on, yeah, Lizzie was still out there active. And that.
All she cared about was horses.
Yeah.
And what my point was is like it's reminding me when Harold was the prime minister of the UK at the time. He was taking L's. The pound was dropping.
Yeah.
The Daily Mirror, which was a Labour supporting newspaper, they were taking shots at a Labour government, and it was just like we need to overthrow him, and it was just L's after L's. And this is what this feels like. This is like we've got tier 4, not we've got tier 4. When you hear this, it'll be tier 4. We've had cancel Christmas, and then on top of that, I think 5 or 4 days left to Brexit.
Oh shit!
The thing about Brexit is it's now. Only reason why I'm going to talk about it is because we own a shop, and the fruit and veg market that we get from outside countries.
Clementines from Spain, olives from Morocco.
Yeah,
like,
you got pineapple from Morocco. You got mangoes you got pomegranates from Turkey.
Because you got to think about it. As the UK, naturally, like, what is it that we can grow? We're limited because we don't have as much sunshine, so we get a lot of
sunshine.
I
love that. I love that. Sunshine. We ain't got a lot of sunshine. A little bit of boogie.
So you got to think about it. Like, all of our fruits and veg and all that stuff.
It's from outside.
Because they have that sunshine all the time. We don't really get that much sun. The good old things we grow is like good old fashioned.
The crazy thing is
British potatoes.
Yeah, the crazy thing is we're all thinking this year. We're thinking tier 4. Oh my god, Christmas. Oh my god. But what we don't realize is Brexit's still on the table.
Yeah, but now what I'm thinking is,
And what Brexit affects is this: is that
who
for
are we
someone
going to trade with now?
So for someone like who has a shop, right?
Yeah.
All his fruit and veg come from different countries. Now I go to the market on a Monday and a Thursday, yeah, and that there, all the prices will be affected.
See, no one knows about it. See, I was chatting to someone who works in a retail place, yeah, food place, and they've got backup pallets because they don't know how Brexit's going to work out. And let's just say they're working in a big supermarket, and they've actually got Brexit pallets because they don't know if they get blocked off and they can't trade with anyone.
Yeah,
They've got backup food reserves. I'm not going to mention the name of the supermarket, just in case shit goes sideways, because we can't trade. How are we supposed to get that food in? So shit could really hit the ceiling. We're hoping it won't.
What I'm anticipating.
If the big supermarkets already thought about this already, that's serious. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I'm anticipating is everyone's looking for the 2021, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't bother.
Just take each day as it comes, man.
Because the way I'm looking at it now is you've got tier 4. There was hope. There was hope when you have Christmas. But now we've got this whole ordeal about Brexit. And everyone's forgetting about Brexit and what it will affect.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna affect the, pretty much every market out there, trade wise. Not just food.
Yeah.
Not just essential everything. Like, it will affect everything. Everything that we trade is involved, from clothing to food to business to where you get your cars from, where we get our phones from, where we get our equipment for the podcast from. I mean, everything's affected. And the crazy thing is, and I'm going to call it, 2021 is not going to be pretty.
Of course it's not.
We think we got it bad now. It's only going to get worse. Cool, fine, they got vaccinations. But once you put the vaccinations, what's that? Does the vaccine work for COVID-19 and Brexit?
Then the country's got to build itself back up.
Yeah.
Pick itself up.
Yep.
Trying to find new alliances, people to trade with. Just lots of stuff, man. Like, there's too many L's to take, and then like where do you start to pick up the pieces? Do you go left, right? Like, where do you start?
You know what, man? It's just like...
It's like getting a piece of...
It's like you wake up one morning and it's just like, just shit after shit. You can't think, when does it stop? And like, don't get me wrong, I was one of those hopeful ones that thought, oh great, man, here we go, Christmas, yes.
Yeah.
We got Christmas back. If we
But
got
not
Christmas
for the
back,
sake,
there's
obviously,
some
as
hope.
being a Muslim, obviously, not for the sake of celebrating it, but for the sake of having that bit of freedom.
That little bit of like...
Freedom,
like,
yes.
Finally you could stretch your legs out after a long car journey.
Yeah, like we were saying, yeah, like you said, it's like pushing the seat back in.
Honestly, bro, I do not know what the frick is happening. Like, you get hit with tier 4.
Brexit's right there as well, waiting.
It's like some poor bastard, yeah, who's just minding his own business, gets smacked to the back of the neck from tier 4, yeah, right, punched in the gut with Brexit, yeah, and he's just getting banged everywhere he goes.
And there's a clear out. He's this is clear. I've got nothing else to hit me. He's walking, smiling, looking up. The guy falls down the hole.
Yeah, and it's just like, right, you got to stay here for the next 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Lockdown.
Literally, we've been bottomed sideways, man. Like, bro, it's fucking knob.
It's just it's weird because, obviously, like we said, we don't celebrate Christmas, but
now,
we
do you know what?
can see.
Do you know what? I feel bad because I shouldn't have said that.
What?
It's a bit small-minded of me to put it all onto boroughs, because although you just control the country, there's a hierarchy and people always take orders from someone. So as much as
they did it. Essentially,
he can only do his job.
Essentially, he did it.
We don't understand every aspect of.
Very true. But let me ask you this question: he essentially did it for the NHS, so it doesn't take too much
He did it,
strain.
but then you got to think about who's giving him orders. We sit here, and we like to think, yeah, okay, this is all boss, but as much as we like to say he's calling the shots, but he's being told to call. He's being told how to call the shots, when to. He's just another little cog.
No, the problem is but I get where you're going with that. But remember, it's with great power comes great responsibility. So Uncle Ben was no fool. It's true. he's chosen a position. Yeah,
he's gonna get that backlash. Yeah,
and he has to take it like a man. Like,
yeah,
you got to think about it, bro. Yeah, we've had wave upon wave upon wave upon wave.
Slowly drifting.
You know, no, we are rapidly drifting.
Slowly drifting away.
Like,
that song?
You got tier 4. You've got
yeah.
Oh, now Christmas is the biggest headline, and then we get slapped with Brexit.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Do you know what I mean? It's gonna take a lot of things to take, and the effed up part of it is our generation is taking it the most.
Yeah, like if I ever hear an elderly person in the future say, "Younger generation," you know how they always talk about us and be like, us. "Bro, us man are taking a hit psychologically. It's fucking us up.
Like we're taking L's."
Like trying to get houses are so expensive, trying to deal with like the educate, like kids can't even go to school, they've got to sit at home, yeah. Then there's certain man that are paying 9 bags for university. 9 bags to be being taught at home, and back in the day people used to pay $3,000 a year to university, and now it's like, yeah, you gotta sit at your home on a laptop and you're getting $3,000
everyone's on
just
Zoom
to
call.
Zoom.
Everything's just dressed like
Everything's
changed. Everything's just gone like from
the
0
education system to jobs to like going about your normal personal life, your hobbies, just things that keep people sane, such as the gym. Like gym is a big thing for those who go there and obviously work.
It's a psychological thing, man.
And it's not just that; it's all social aspects of like every human needs to let out their energy. And they need them routines, but when you're being restricted and you're being held on with
confined.
family members, you're going to start to argue a lot more with your family. And, like, of course, everyone loves their family, but you've got to have your own space, your own time. There's only a certain amount of time you can spend with each family member.
You know, there's only so much going for a walk or going outside you can do.
Yeah. Before your brain goes
because we're so conditioned and so used to having everything open and at our grasp. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's been told, well, you can only go out from certain times. You know, I only just got used to the whole takeaways closing at 10 business.
Yeah,
you know, I only just got accustomed to that. And now it's like, well, yeah, everything's now shut. You know, I literally got a shape up and trim the other day to then being told tier 4 lockdown. Yeah. And if you decide to open up, you get a £10,000 fine and possible arrested. It's frustrating as like I don't know. Like for me and you, it's frustrating because we are now limited into doing what we can do. But we made the best out of the situation. It sounds effed up. But me and you have found a way to like get through this hard time. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to bring it into like some spiritual, you know, religious type of thing. But like even in our religion, like there's hardships, and you know, we've heard stories about prophets and people who've been through a lot harder than, you know, what we've had, what we're going through. But it's like, you know, after every dark patch, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is for, like, it sounds sad, and it's true though. This is temporary.
Because you got to think about people who suffer with mental health. Like, it's really not good for them.
No.
Imagine like they're trying to pick themselves up, and they've just been hit. Like, you got to think they're already in a
can't speak to, like,
dark
there's
place.
some people that are still locked, that can't leave a certain area to go see family.
Do you know what I mean? And you don't know how much they need that lifeline.
Yeah. Where some people are stuck with family and want to get out. You know, everything's all like,
It's a fact. Yeah.
Crazy. But like, I always say this after like every dark turn you take, there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
The thing is, at the moment, it's like,
it's very bleak, but thing is, we have to stay positive. If you don't stay positive mentally,
of course,
then you won't be positive when you look at things.
Yeah, of course.
You know, you just be angry, annoyed, passively eating, just chomping away. And like I said, nothing's ever stopped anyone from doing home gym to begin with.
Chomping away.
Yeah, listen, we're hungry. Yeah, we out here. You know, it's just a case of sounds weird, but it's mind over matter.
Yeah, literally.
You know, I know it's easy for us to say that.
I know, and some people.
But like for me and you, we took an L last lockdown where we couldn't do any of this, but we've.
I think this time we've done better because we managed to save our equipment, come out, and
and we've got ways of doing things.
So we're kind of lucky, like.
Think about me and you, and this is just me and you. We always look at things negatively, and then try and find a positive way out.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's a case of like when you have your back against the wall, what do you do? Mm-hmm. It's like
you just reversed into a bollard.
Okay, that happened. that did happen. But like, for example, like I've always said this to people, like let's say you can't get over this wall.
For those who don't know what I'm on about, basically.
We'll talk next about it. Next episode. But like I said, like you got a wall, right?
Yeah.
And you can't get over it.
Yeah.
What do you do? Some people will just back up and freeze there, and end up staying in that kind of like that state of mind where, oh no, this is it, this is the end. But it never is. Yeah. You just got to be like, I'm the juggernaut, bitch, and just run straight through the wall. Do you know what I mean? Like, the thing is, I think me and you have been through life as it is, and we've kind of seen all the L's that we can possibly take, and we just kind of think it's kind of in our own hands to do what we need to do.
Yeah, because we realised from sitting there and thinking too much about the situation, so if you just sit there, nothing's going to happen.
It doesn't. Nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. It's like.
Were you just sipping oxygen out of that mug?
No, there was some stuff in there.
I thought this guy's trying to get a fresh.
I thought there was could have been there. Never mind. But
it's backwards.
Yeah, it's hard to say because with days moving on and the next day and the next day, we'll find out more about this tier 4 business.
Yeah.
And. The only thing we can try and say is, this is one of the biggest L's for Christmas we can ever get.
Yeah.
It'd been nice. It would have been nice to go to Blenheim Palace and, look at the lights. It could have been nice to go to Westgate and see the lights.
I mean, to be fair, I feel okay even though we're in tier 4, but obviously there's going to be people who are not. And so for those who are suffering and it has impacted them a lot,
stay strong.
I hope you stay mentally good because I know it can be a mad place when you're stuck in that.
Yeah, we need you guys.
Mental.
Innit?
Yeah, of course.
We need you in the next episode.
Yeah, trust
we're gonna do our best, to keep producing episodes and
sit up a bit slouched.
We're gonna do our best to keep these episodes popping and give you the Waffle Wednesdays and the Sunday fun days and the SOS on a Saturday.
Yeah.
We're gonna try our best because we figured out ways what we're gonna do, but it's mental. I'm just gonna say it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely not healthy, but the more and more we think about tier 4 and how annoyed we are, the more we're going to be fixated on, being angry and being,
and
pissed
on the
off.
problem. So
yeah, so
on that note,
make the best out of the situation. Stay safe. Stay indoors. Listen to the rules. Don't break rules. And on that note, I've been Bear.
I've been H.
You've been listening to 0 to 100 podcast.
Number one podcast.
We'd like to say Merry Christmas to everyone out there.
For those who are celebrating.
Yeah, exactly. I hope, if you're lucky enough to be spending time with family, enjoy every moment you get. And if you're not, don't worry, there's always next year. Till then.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Cross that line, I got gorillas on my side, no gunfight. On my life, I can't put it on my mama.